Good afternoon. Imagine waking up and immediately reaching for your cell phone to check social media. Does this sound familiar? Research at Twinge in 2018 shows that increased screen time can lead to issues such as depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem in teenagers. Today, I'm going to be going over 3 points: mental health, cyberbullying, and addictive behavior. Let's dive into these issues and understand why it's crucial to rethink the impact of social media. First, I want to consider the impact on mental health. Recent studies indicate that increased screen time is directly linked to higher rates of depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. For example, research published in the Journal of Abnormal Psychology found that adolescents who spent more time on social media reported significantly higher levels of depressive symptoms. This isn't just a minor effect. This can lead to serious issues on a young person's life. When teens constantly compare themselves to idealized images and lifestyles presented online, they develop unrealistic expectations that can lead to self-doubt and even despair. Next, social media platforms are fertile grounds for cyberbullying. Unlike traditional bullying, cyberbullying can occur 24/7 and can follow teenagers into the sanctuary of their own homes. Studies from O'Keefe and Clark Pearson in 2011 show that victims of cyberbullying are more likely to experience severe emotional distress, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts. Because social media provides a veil of anonymity, bullies often feel encouraged to say things that they would not say face-to-face. This relentless harassment leaves a long-lasting scar on young minds. Furthermore, social media is designed to be addictive. The same algorithm that keeps you scrolling is engineered to trigger reward responses in your brain. Each like, comment, and share releases dopamine, a chemical that creates a feeling of pleasure. While this might seem like harmless, the consistent need for validation can lead to dependency. In a study on social networking addiction from Cuss and Griffin's 2011 revealed that teens exhibit behaviors similar to substance addiction, finding it nearly impossible to disconnect despite knowing the negative consequences they may face. The result is a cycle where teenagers sacrifice sleep, academic performance, and even face-to-face interaction to keep up with their online persona. Now, some might argue that social media is a tool for connection and that any negative effects are due to the misuse rather than the platform itself. They say, I use social media responsibly, so it's not a problem. However, it's important to acknowledge the design of the platform encourages engagement. The persuasive design techniques are not accidental. They are deliberate strategies meant to maximize user engagement, and often engagement comes at the cost of well-being. However, even those who believe they are immune to the effects are not actually safe. The pressure to remain constantly connected can lead to the pressure of FOMO, which stands for fear of missing out, which can affect everybody. This anxiety can prevent teenagers from experiencing the present moment and restricting them to gain genuine in-person relationships. As one study in Twinge 2018 proves that the constant barrage of updates and notifications creates an environment where distraction is the norm rather than exception. But what can we do about that? It's critical that parents, educators, and even policymakers implement protective measures and encourage digital literacy and establish health boundaries around social media, which is essential first steps. Schools can play a vital role by integrating discussions about digital wellness into their curriculum. Additionally, social media companies must also take responsibility for the impact of their platforms on young users by improving moderation practices and tools that help manage the screen time. In conclusion, while social media does offer many benefits, we cannot ignore the significant dangers it poses for teenagers. The evidence is clear. From damaging mental health to fueling cyberbullying and fostering addictive behaviors, social media has the potential to leave lasting harm. As we navigate this digital era, we must ensure that our youth are not sacrificed on the altar of virtual validation. I urge you all, parents, teachers, and community members, to take these findings seriously and work together to create a safer online environment for teenagers. These are the sources I have used, and thank you for listening.